Hello and welcome. I think I am live right now. This episode 5 of this live series. And today I'm going to try to make a storage room. And I'm going to use this space over here. I'm going to dig out a room. And then hopefully I'm going to make a big storage room. And I'm sorry for the motorcycle you hear. I think my neighbor has a nice day today. I'm going to quickly check if everything works. Let's see. I can't find the live stream, which is unfortunate. I don't know why I'm not able to find the live stream, but I think I'm live. And unfortunately, I can't see the chat this way. Yeah, a lot of things go wrong. I don't know why, but let's see. I'm going to find the live stream just a moment, just to make sure that everything works correctly. Here we go. I'm still not able to see it. Don't know why. I don't know why. But hopefully, I hope you all have a nice day. It's a weekend, so there is not much to do, right? So, and hopefully the 1.20 update is coming soon as well, so that we can enjoy new blocks. First, let's fill our bucket with some lava. And I remember that there is a lava pit somewhere near here. I'm not sure which side it was, but I think it was around here. And hopefully I'm going to be able to find it. And after a couple minutes, I'm going to try to find the link again, because otherwise I can't see the chat, which is unfortunate. My second screen broke up. It doesn't work anymore. So, which is very sad actually. Because if I had a second monitor, I could just, put the chat on there and then just, okay, we got a crafting table over here, and I don't think there is any useful resources left. This area. But won't it be wonderful just to find a village? I'm looking for 5 live streams right now, but unfortunately without luck. Okay, there's a lot of trees. And I think I need some wood as well, just to make the chests. I'm going to take a look first and see how much wood I actually have. I think I should have enough to make a chest room. And I see the lava pit over here, so which is great. Let's take this. And someone commented that I can use deep slate cobblestone to make tools. To be honest, I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a shame, but I didn't know. Okay, we got enough food, which is great. I need to feed my animals. I believe that I have some wheat over here. Let's breed some of these. And I will wait until this is all fully grown, and after that I will use it. But first, let me see if I can find the link again. Just a moment. Okay. think I'm going to be able to find it. Okay. I think I found the solution. It's only going to take a couple minutes. I'm sorry. Here we go. Ah, it's private. Hmm. Okay. Well, fun story. I started this live stream and I didn't realize that it was private. So for the last 5 minutes, I'm just talking to myself and thinking that I'm live, but just realizing that I am live right now. Well, better soon than later, right? Uh, man, that that was so stupid. Oh god. And I honestly double checked everything, just to make sure that everything is fine and that I have, my live stream going. And I was surprised by the fact that I wasn't able to find the live stream when I looked for it. And then once I opened the link, I realized that it was private. Yeah. Things happen. It happens. Don't worry. Okay, so let's first craft some stone axes. And I might do a couple more. Just maybe one more. And first, well, let me re-explain everything again. I'm going to make a storage room. But first, as you might remember in the last episode, I died and lost a lot of iron. So first we are going to try and find some iron. And after that, once I think if I have enough for tools, I'm going to move on. Because as far as I remember, there is a lot of iron over here. Let's go in. Oh, no, just one more down. And I remember the first place we went that there was a opening to a cave. Was it there? No. It's on this side. Yeah, it was on this side. So there is a cave over here, and I think that there is some iron nearby. Let's see. We got a creeper over there. We got some iron up there. But nothing very close to us. I'm kind of tempted to go in. I don't want to die again. But if I do this, I think I will be fine. Let's make a pathway over here then. I don't know how I managed to private a live stream. And the only reason I realized that it was private is because you get this comment in the live chat where it says that chat isn't available because it's a private video. Okay, here we go. That's a creeper down. Okay, there is a skeleton over here. which is good. Oh, he fell down. Okay, we're safe for now. Okay, it's a unfortunately, they are spiders. If it was another mob, I would just make a mob farm from it. Well, out of it. And I don't want to forget this place. So let's torch this up so that I remember where I came from. I think it was over here, right? So let's simply light this up. Just to give myself an indication, and hopefully it's not too dark. If it's too dark, just let me know and I will try to fix it, but I think it's just enough for you to see. Now we got some iron, and I actually don't want to go down there. There should be a better way of finding iron. So let's actually go back. We got some cobblestone to work with, which is great. Do I have anything left over here? No, I don't. Okay, so let's go up and let's start working on the storage room. I'm not going to make a massive room. It's going to be, well, maybe a 10 by 10 area, which is big enough, to be honest. And I also want to talk a little bit about videos. I have to be honest, last couple months I don't really have the motivation to build, so to speak, and it has to do with you know, certain aspects of my life. I just don't feel like well, I'm not going to say playing Minecraft. I just have the feeling that I don't know, some kind of a burnout, I think. The last couple months has been very difficult. Especially you know, what's going on personally. And I know that I don't tell a lot about myself. Well, actually, I never talk about myself. So just a honest question. What's my name? Nobody knows. I've been creating videos for over 2 years now, and I have never mentioned my name. I never mentioned what I do for the living, and I don't know. I kind of liked the uh, way of being invisible, so to speak. You know, but it comes with a problem, and the problem is that I haven't told you anything about myself, and now I feel like, I don't know, it's a little bit more difficult to connect and talk about things. So maybe I might change up the way I. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to start saying everything about myself or my life. I mean, I just think that nobody cares. I mean, why would you care about my life, right? You are just here to watch a Minecraft video or live stream. But it feels good to talk about things, and honestly, last couple months just uh straight up sucked. And it actually made me feel like, I don't know, the feeling of not being good enough. It just withholds me from trying new things, and I want to spend a lot of time building a very impressive build, right? But I don't know, it's very difficult for me to start a project. Especially uh, last month, I think it was. I ended my relationship after 10 years. So that just, it sucked. I'm sorry for my language, but there is no other way I can explain how difficult it was for me to even focus on building things. If you are a if you are a if you pay attention, I should say, you will note that especially last couple months, it's not the same anymore. I don't try new things. I don't come up with very new type of design, although I really want to. It's like when I'm working on something, it just after 10 minutes, I just don't want to do it anymore. And that happens a lot lately. I just don't have the motivation to create. Wow, fun story, right? But yeah, like I said, I have a regular job. I don't do Minecraft for the living, which is normal if you have a channel that has only 1600 subscribers. And don't get me wrong, I am very happy with how things are going. I remember when I started up that there were only a handful of people watching my video, so knowing that now at least a lot of other people are watching gives me a great feeling, to be honest. It gives me um, the feeling of that people care, and I have said this many times before in certain live streams. When I started up, it was very difficult to create even anything, just because, excuse me, just because knowing the fact that nobody cared. It's and I'm always going to point out this for every creator. So even if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and if you want to do the same thing as I do, so let's say you want to build, or you want to do creative work, keep in mind nobody is going to care at the start. It doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter what kind of great person you are. It's just like everything. Nobody cares when you start up. And it can be a very difficult feeling if you keep thinking about that. And I remember while I am making things back in my head, I'm like, why do I even bother? Nobody cares. Until you realize that there are really a lot of people who care about you, and who care actually about your work. And that's a very great feeling. It gives you the idea that it's not for nothing. And I think that's an important thing to know, that the effort you put in, it doesn't always mean that you will get what you want, but it means that it will surprise you. Um, I mean, if I take an example of my own channel, I don't have a lot of subscribers, right? I don't have the million views that everyone wants, but that's not the point. I'm happy with how things go. I'm happy with that people even like what I'm doing, which for me was, impossible. I always thought myself that, why would you share your builds or anything? Nobody cares anyway, right? That's the first thought that comes up. Why even try? Nobody cares. And which is true. To be honest, at the start, nobody cares. But if you do things just for the fame, so to speak, it's not going to work out. I do tutorials just because I like building. I like to share my builds. And we can argue about how well my builds are. But it's still something that I wanted to do for a long time. I always wanted to do creative work. And this just gives me the opportunity to do it. So, and I need a drink. I'm sorry. I don't talk much. So whenever I live stream, I just talk too much. Then my throat is just killing me and telling me just to shut up, you know? Okay, so I'm going to take out these corners and then I'm going to add a pillar on each side. And as you can see, I didn't measure anything, so I'm pretty sure that I have to change how this looks at some point anyway. Okay, now we got the sides done. And again, yeah, I was talking about sharing personal information. Now, here's the thing. I really want to connect with you guys, with the people who enjoy watching my videos. But I find it very difficult to do so. Just because, you know, if I take a look at other channels, if I take even a look at Pinterest or Reddit or whatever, man, people are so talented. I mean, it's just very overwhelming to see that that there are so many great builders out there. It's like, honestly, I don't even think that I am close to being great. There are people who just can do amazing things, and some part of that is well, it's not the main reason obviously, but one of the reasons is that they have some more time on their hands, especially people who do this for the living. They spend hours and hours a day playing the game, so it's not easier, but it's more common for them to have more impressive builds just because they have much more time. Another thing is that if you want to make tutorials, you are actually limited to what other people can do. So what I mean by that is if I'm going to make a symmetrical build, it's going to be so painful to build along. So I try to use simple builds. I try to make my builds simple enough so that everyone can follow along, right? But it also limits me to a certain design, certain style of building. So let's take these as well. Hopefully it makes sense to you. I'm not a great explainer, so if it doesn't make sense, just let me know. I try to explain it again. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. You know, after 10 years, I'm single again. Well, it has been a couple months, but it's still sometimes difficult to function. And it's not like I am sad or anything, don't get me wrong. I think it was best for both of us, you know. But if I seem like I don't put the efforts anymore. If I look like I am not impressing anymore, so to speak, with the builds and the designs, it's true. It's something I can't help. I partially lost my motivation to it as well. Like normally when I come up with a design, I will just go into a creative world of mine, which I use for 2 years, and I will just start building, and then while I build, the ideas just will pop up in my mind, right? And I'm like, okay, today I'm going to do that, and today I'm going to do this. But last couple months I realized that it's not happening. It's not happening. I just don't get that. I, I I don't know. It's very difficult for me to explain what I mean, but it's like I don't feel creative anymore, and I never struggled with coming up with building ideas. I always had fun things to do. If I didn't want to make a house, I would make a farm, for instance. But now even getting started feels so much more difficult than before. And I hope it makes sense. I'm just, you know, explaining what is happening. And honestly, I know as well that why would you care, right? That's a fair question. Why would anybody care? But yeah, that's so if you wonder why my uploading schedule is late, it's not as as it was before. Now you know. It's just because I don't feel like creating anymore. I don't know. I feel somewhat lost in that regard. I don't know if it makes sense, but okay. So I think we need to go down one more row. It's actually too small this way, so let's go down one more row. And I'm not young. That's the problem. I'm 29, although I don't sound that old, which everyone tells me. And I don't look that old, which is good. But yeah, there are fortunately much more important things than Minecraft happening in my life right now. And I know that you as a consumer, if I can put it that way, why would you care, right? About my personal life, so to speak, because the expectations are that I make a video every 48 hours, right? Before it was every single day, but now I try to make builds at least every 48 hours. But what happens is that if I want to make something impressive, I'm not going to be able to keep that schedule. Because I need to spend a lot of hours building something, and I know for a fact that people want a tutorial for it at some point as well. So not only it has to be impressive, but also you need to be able to recreate it, right? Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, let's fill this gap as well so that no mobs can spawn. So if there is any questions, you can ask me. I think today I'm going to answer a lot more questions. You can ask me everything. Not on a personal level. Well, you can ask, but I'm not sure if I'm going to answer yes or no. But we'll see. If I feel like answering, I will. And honestly, it's a great feeling. I talk about myself, but just because nobody knows who I am, it's just like talking about, a known human being. It's great. That's why they always say it's nice to talk to people you don't know. You can talk more easily to a human being you don't know than someone you know. Just because, first of all, you know that you are never ever going to encounter them in real life anyway. And if you do, they won't know who you are. Like like I said before, I have this channel for over 2 years now, but I've never told my name. I never told my age, maybe once, or well, I just told you my age, but nobody knows where I live. Nobody knows where I'm from. And in some way, that's a great thing. It gives you that extra, how do you call that? That extra freedom of being unknown. Now I can try, well, not to be myself. I'm not going to say, but I can be and act however I like without being judged. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to do silly or stupid things, but it's like, it's a great freedom to have, right? I don't know if it makes sense. I hope it does make sense. Okay, now we got these sides in. I will replace the back side of this. No. I'm going to place chests so we're not able to see it anyway. Maybe the floor. How much? Oh, we got enough slabs to do this actually. I'm tempted to add another wall on these two sides. And then we need a light source as well, right? So let's build this down. Let's light this up simply like this. Does look very weird. And it's not at the center. Okay, change of plan. I misplace a lot in Minecraft. A lot. Okay, so we got our room done. I'm going to place chests over here. So we need 12 on this side, 24, 36, 48, and 60, 72 chests. And I'm pretty sure that I don't have enough wood to do it. Nope. Okay, so let's actually empty this. Okay, dirt. Let's place dirt over here. Here we go. Then you can go in here, you can go over there. Let's get rid of this as well. Okay, we got... I don't have wood. And it's not the first time I say this. Let's cook these as well. And let's cook these two as well. Just to have some food. And I'm not worried about food because we got enough sheeps over there. Excuse me. So I'm going to sleep and then I'm going to chop down some trees. And I'm not going to touch these trees just because, you know, this is if I really need some trees, we can go over here. I'm going to go this way and just chop down some of these. Yeah, but yeah, there's one more thing I want to mention. I'm thinking about making another mansion, a very big one. I don't know if you saw one of my earlier builds, which is, you know, too big, but it's a design I really like. So I might do another live stream where I build something huge. You know, just straight up huge. And the reason why is that, like I said before, I have seen a lot of builds on the internet, a lot of impressive work, and one thing they have in common, besides being very detailed and almost perfect, is that they are very big and time consuming. So if you ever wonder why I have short videos, it's for you. It's just for the viewer. Because I know if I am going to make a tutorial which is 2 hours long, it's going to take you 6 hours to build it, at least. And if you want to gather everything, man, good luck. It's going to take you forever just to build something. So that's why I try to keep my builds simple. I try to use easy to get blocks. And don't get me wrong, I used a lot of quartz at one point, and then I just realized how difficult it is to get quartz in so much quantities, right? Because it's one thing to go to the nether and then you need to be lucky to find a great spot with a lot of quartz to get. And if I make a build which requires 6,000 quartz blocks, good luck with building that in survival. And I think that's one of the issues with impressive builds in Minecraft. They are never easy to build. And that's another reason why I attempt to go for symmetrical builds, because symmetrical builds give you not the opportunity, but gives you the ability to build the same thing on the other side. So once you know how to build one thing, you know how the other side is going to look or end up looking. And that's why I try to go for symmetrical builds. I really like symmetry. But if especially when you build medieval builds, that sounds weird, but whenever you make something medieval, the thing is with medieval builds is that they have so much detail, and if you don't get it right, it's going to look messy. And I'm not talking about the best player on earth messy, but the word messy, you know? It's going to look weird. And that's the only critique I have for certain people who build in Minecraft. It's impressive, but as impressive it is just messy. It just looks sometimes like a huge blob, so to speak. Let's actually feed some animals, and I need some food, so first of all, let's fix our inventory. This should be enough. Then let me quickly make an hoe. I hate misplacing. Okay, let's make a hoe. Because I will need this at some point. I'm sure I will mess up this, so let's get rid of all of this. And let's see how much wheat we can get. And I can always make this bigger, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, let's get everything. Captain Sushil, hello. Samir Cool, hello man. IP, I want to join. Well, unfortunately, things don't work that way. I'm happy that you want to join, but I don't think that saying it that way will make me give you an IP address, fortunately. And thank you for the interest, by the way, but I'm not going to share any IP. Okay, so let's quickly get this all in. Okay, we got. Funny thing about live stream is that, especially when there is not a lot of people watching, I feel like I have to repeat everything after some time again. Just because, you know, if you just joined, you don't know what I'm talking about. And we have been talking about a lot of things. About my life, about how things go. Okay, so let's give some foods to these poor animals. Okay. Let's actually... Great. Okay. Let's put all of this in here. Let's actually make it... no. Let's... let's do this. Okay. Here we go. That looks good, right? Okay, now let's go... Oh, wait. Let's take a couple of these. Okay, I think we have enough food for now. 32. Great. So let's go back in. Let's take this. Let's cook this. And I think I had a separate chest for... Yeah, it's over here for the saplings. Oh, we got some wool over here. So let's put this in. Torches. Okay. Let's put the apple back in here. So I don't have a lot of food, which is a occurring thing in this live stream series. Me not having enough food. Okay, so now let's make some chests. Okay. This is not going to be enough. So let's increase the stakes. Okay, let's try with 37. Come on. Here we go. Okay, let's build a couple more. Or craft, I should say. And I don't know why I didn't take the crafting table with me. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything left to work with? We can use this as well. 13. It's still not going to be enough, but well, it might be. Ah, yeah, it is. So we got 2 left. Here we go. Now, let's light this up. Okay, if I place a torch just over here and one more over here. And this is how you get rid of things if you don't want them anymore. Okay, we got 4 sticks, we got shield, we got a bed, we got a pickaxe. Not a lot of tools left. Should I light up these areas as well? Why not? Okay, we got our storage room. Now, I need item frames, but I need some cows for that. And I hope my cow over there survived. So we're going to take a look at it as well at some point. So let's see if my cow survived. This poor guy is still waiting here for a friend. And I saw some cows. I think it was... Where was it? I think it was that way. I found some cows. And I want to make some item frames. So I actually need them as well. And also I need some wood to make the fences. So while we are at it, let's get some fences. And also... Oh no. Okay. I didn't see the creeper at all. You just... You know... How? I think he was behind the tree. Well... that went just... right. He scared me a lot, to be honest. Please let there be a cow somewhere close. I don't want to travel just for a cow. Man, I have my double feelings about this spawn. I really like the surroundings, but the fact that there is no village nearby, well, not a village nearby that I know, and also there are just too many trees, right? Just too many trees. Good boy. Okay, we at least are safe, you know, with food. We're safe. But I want to have another cow. Let's actually clear a pathway. Because now oh god. Okay. You know what is funny in life? If something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. It's just like a silent agreement. Oh, and for the ones who want to know which seed I'm using, let me share it with you. This is the seed. So if you want to play this same map world, I should say, you can just put that in your seed, well, in the seed area, and you will spawn. And this is near the spawn, so you will spawn somewhere over here as well. So, but don't give me spoilers like where to find the village, okay? I just want to find it myself. Well, together, doesn't really matter though. And I do have my coordinates, so I'm not going to get lost, don't worry. Um, hmm. And I will definitely go to the nether at some point. This is a cave? It does look like... Okay. Oh, great. It's just a simple passageway. I know, I'm circling around the same places the whole time. Um... Let's stay on top of the trees. Okay, we got the lava pit over there. So I need to go this way. I forgot to take food. So, but yeah, like I said, I mentioned this before. I might take a break at some point. I don't know for how long. I think maybe a week, maybe two. Just to make sure that I gather my mind again, because it's not going to, you know, it just can't continue this way for me. I am, you know, my head is just full of the I don't want to swear, but you know, it's full with BS, so to speak. And I need to clear up that first, I think. Just because of the fact that, like I said, normally things just will pop in my mind, right? So when I am doing something else, an idea will pop up in my mind saying, okay, after I'm done with work, I'm going to build that and that and blah blah blah. I'm going to share this and this. And it has been that way for the last 2 years. Except for the last couple months. I suddenly feel like I have to force myself to do it instead of wanting to do it. And that's something that didn't happen. Oh no. Oh no. That didn't happen to me for a long time. Um, it's a uneasy feeling. It's like, and the worst part of everything, well, the worst part of that is that you can force yourself once, twice, maybe 3 times, maybe the fourth time as well. But when the fifth time appears or happens, it's just saying no. My brain just shuts off, and it just makes it impossible for me to even create anything at all. Ooh, a shipwreck. Okay, let's see. Let's find out what we got. We got leather pants. We got some paper. What's that? Moss block. Well, let's take it. There are two chests, right? One on the front and one on the back, if I remember it correctly. Or is this with a singular chest? Can we find another chest? I don't think so. But tell me in the comments, is there another chest over there, or is that the only chest? I think this one is with one singular chest. And yeah, that's one thing I wanted to share. And don't get me wrong, I still love building in Minecraft. I still enjoy the game, so to speak. I'm not that great at the game, but it's just like when you lose motivation, it's just very difficult to get that back if you don't take the necessary break. And you might heard this from other creators as well. They are talking about burnout. And for the ones who don't believe it, it is real. It is real. If you just don't feel like doing something and you just force yourself all the time to do it anyway, you can. Like I said, like today, I thought about doing a live stream. I didn't want to because, you know, that much effort and that kind of stuff. And even though I had that thought process, I started live streaming. Now, we can argue that, okay, if you are able to do it now, you are able to do it every day, right? Forcing yourself. Keep trying, keep going. Yes, it's true, but it's going to get more and more difficult as time passes. So if I have to put a little bit effort to push myself today, I have to put a little bit more tomorrow. And that's why I think taking a break is very necessary. But here's the thing. I am not that person. I just can't take a break. Whenever I try to take a break, something just forces me to build anyway. Something forces me to make just another video. And now there are a couple reasons. The most important reason is obviously that my channel isn't the biggest, right? I don't have a lot of subscribers. I don't have a lot of viewers. And to be honest, I have lower average viewers than other channels with my size. So not only am I getting demotivated because of the pressure, but also I have to deal with the feeling that it's just not good enough anyway. So now I'm forcing myself to do something which isn't good enough and which makes me, I don't know, it's a very weird feeling. And don't get me wrong, I am not talking about millions of views or whatever. I don't need that. But if you spend some time and you create something and you just look back and only a handful of people watched it, that's the hardest feeling. That's where doubts come up. That's where you question um, what you're doing. So imagine this, right? I'm 29 right now, and at this point, I am just a 29-year-old dude who is building in Minecraft. And that sounds weird unless you have enough subscribers and you can say, yes, I do that, but I can have my living out of it as well. I can't. And on top of that, looking back at my builds, and I know they are not the most impressive, I should say, but I have this weird feeling of, okay, there are certain channels, and I'm not going to give names, just not to be you know, just not to be harsh to other people. But when I look to other people who are in the same niche as I am, like building for instance, and I look at their builds and I look at their view counts and I'm like, really? Really though? This one got thousands of views? Why? And now we can argue about the fact, is it jealousy or am I just being honest? Now, first of all, I'm the last person who is going to be jealous at someone, because if I was only jealous, I would stop a very long time ago. Okay, don't get me wrong, but for over 2 years, I've spent hours and hours, maybe over four, eight, four, eight, 5,000 hours in total, right? Last 2 years. I didn't get anything out of it, right? $0. But that doesn't matter. I'm fine with that. And when I started, I knew that. So, but my problem is when 2 years, 500 videos later, I don't know, you just expect more, right? If you take a look at my channel, it has an average of 300 views, maybe sometimes even less than 100 on a video. And that's the most difficult feeling. It's not about earning money or whatever. I mean, if it was about earning money, I would just take a job, my regular job, which I do right now for the living, earns me 200% more than what YouTube does. So it's not about the money. It's more about doing creative things, building, sharing with others, showing people how to do things. That's what I like to do. The creative freedom is so great to have. But you also need to consider the fact that if you spend 2 years or even more to something, you need to get something back. And that might sound a little bit weird for you, because I know that a lot of creators will say, I don't care about the views. Well, you do. Because that's life. You need to. Otherwise, you can't know if you are doing the right thing or if you are doing the wrong thing, right? And views don't always reflect that. I have to be honest. Views doesn't always tell you that you are doing a bad job. For instance, when I upload something and it gets a handful of views over the servers, that's bad, right? That just means it's a flop. That nobody really cared about your build. But if you take a look at a different angle, then you realize that the people who watch it care about it, in the sense of my comment section is always full of people who are telling me that they really liked it, and they you know they they really love the building style and that kind of good positive stuff. That makes you realize, okay, I'm doing something good, but is it good enough? And that's one thing I'm just trying to figure out lately. I'm trying to figure out, is is it worth it, right? Is it worth it for me to spend? So let me explain this. When I come up with, let's say, a mansion, right? With a mansion or any other big build, first of all, it takes me an hour or two just to come up with the design and create it for my own. Then it takes me 2 hours to build everything, including the interior of the house, which I have to admit, interior, I am just improvising, right? I never tried to do interior work beforehand. I just build whatever I think looks good at that moment. And now I've spent 4 hours without you even seeing the video, right? So then I have to edit it, and I'm not the greatest editor, so I just take out the unnecessary parts. You don't see a lot of things going on in my videos. It's just straight up tutorial, right? But even that takes maybe an hour, or even, yeah, I think it's around an hour. So then I have to render the thing, blah blah blah. So overall, it takes 4 to 6 hours to put up a video for you to see. And then imagine that I need to work for 8 hours as well. So now I am doing 14 hours of work, which from half of it, feels like it's for nothing. And it's not, because, like I said, even though there are not a lot of people watching it, the people who are watching it are appreciating the effort. And yes, it's a weird place to be. You know, you are doing something good, but if the views don't show for it, it just demotivates you. And that's, I think, a huge part of YouTube, because YouTube is really dedicated to views, right? How more views you have, how better it is. And again, I'm not talking about money or whatever, because if it was for the money, I would never ever started YouTube anyway, right? Like I said, a regular job pays so much more than YouTube. So it's not about the money or the fame, quote unquote fame. I don't know if that's a thing, but I don't know. If it was about those things, I would beg, for money like a lot of other creators do. You know, no. If the thing that you are doing is not good enough to get paid, then it's partially your fault, right? And me, I just love building in Minecraft. That's the whole thing. And I really like to share it with you. And the only down part is the views. And I just have to be honest with you about that. And that's also making it more difficult for me to come up with ideas to push myself even further, right? Because I feel like it's not necessary to push further or try my best even more because people don't care. Well, you care because you are here watching this right now, but it's not always about good things, right? And I think that has to be said a little bit more than, especially for me, especially you won't get anything out of my videos about me, right? And that's why I use this live stream, just chit chat, just to talk about what what's going on, just share my opinion about things. And I don't know why you would care, but I just use live stream just to ramble. I think that's the word, right? Just to ramble, talk about things. And please don't get me wrong. I know it sounds like I am crying over views or whatever. No, no, no. If I was to cry about the views, I would just stop a very long time ago, right? So, but just so that you know, it's not all about roses. Okay, so future plan. We got a storage room. We got a lot of sheeps, but no village. That's very unfortunate. And I want to travel, but then I don't, just because I'm afraid that I get lost. And even if I find a village, I think the main thing should be building an iron farm. Although iron is not that difficult to get, I think let's take some logs. We got some sticks. Do I need torches? Yeah, let's just take this. And let's take some cobblestone. Just to make sure that Sarim Ali Vlogs, nice survival series, keep growing. Thank you. Thank you. Right now, it is actually time to find a village. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that I have a screenshot of my... Here we go. This way we are not going to get lost. Okay. Which way should I go? Just this way. Just straight. Well, almost straight. But yeah. So tell me, how's life going for you? I bet that well, most of you who are watching this right now or after the live stream, obviously, still are at school. And it has been a very long time for me. Now I went to school. Hey, we got another cow. Well, actually a couple. Can I take a cow with me on a boat? I think it should be possible, right? It should be. And if there is any build you want me to make, um, it can be medieval, it can be a castle, and just let me know. Another thing I want to mention, and I actually forgot, is about the big projects. I am planning to make, well, actually not make, but to come up with a huge build. I'm not going to promise anything yet, but uh, how should I? How can I put this? Once I think that my channel reached a size where I can stop uploading every 2 days or every day and go over to, uploading every 3 days or 4 days, I'm going to make a lot more big and impressive builds. Just because I think at that point I have that privilege to do so, because right now, if I don't upload for a couple days, my views just suffer from it, right? But then, if my channel reaches a decent size, so to speak, it allows me to think more about the content. Now, we can argue that YouTube is more quality than quantity. We can argue because, especially in a niche, and this is just my opinion, right? It can be wrong, but especially in a niche like, well, Minecraft isn't that niche, but if if we take an example, um, well, sorry, if we use Minecraft as the example um in this conversation, then Minecraft is a very big game, right? In the sense of player base, it has millions of players, but it also has thousands of great creators, right? Great Minecraft content makers, I should say. Now, yes, quality is the thing, and I think quality might be more important than quantity. I'm not arguing against that. But then again, if you want to compete at all, you need to be out there. And quantity, actually makes you, well, gives you the ability to be out there, right? I have 500 videos and they are all tutorials about whatever: farms, builds, structures, stadium, whatever you want to call it. There is a tutorial for it, right? And I think, oh, I need to stop talking. I need to eat. But if my tip is, and this is coming from a channel which is not that big, is that at the start you are going to be bad. I mean, I have 500 videos and I'm still bad at it, right? I'm not that good at building or whatever, but I try my best to get better every day. So it doesn't matter what you want to do in life, so it doesn't have to do anything with creating content. Just know that whatever you want to do, you are going to be bad at the beginning. That's just a rule. You are going to be bad. You are going to, you know, feel bad about yourself the first couple times when you try something, or that's just, how things work. So that's why if you, for example, want a YouTube channel or whatever, just remember, it's going to be bad. It's going to be unpleasant for a very long time. But after a certain point of time, you just accept the fact and just roll with it, right? So yeah, that's why I chose for quantity at the start, at the beginning, and now I'm focusing more and more on the quality aspect of it, because after all, viewers deserve the best you can offer, right? And don't get me wrong, I don't want you to take uh, the wrong point out of this argument. Actually, what I mean by that is that it sounds like I am rushing things, right? And just to make videos. It's not. I am definitely. I want to explain a lot, and when I try to do that, in my brain, I'm just far further in the conversation than I am in real life. So, what I mean by that is, I spent every day almost an hour or two just thinking about a design or coming up with an idea. Now, I do use Reddit, I do use Pinterest or whatever social platform you can think of just to get inspiration, right? Um, but the difficult thing is that it happens every day. So, and every day it's getting more and more difficult. Um, because not only you need to come up with a design, but also it has to be authentic, right? You can't just build the same thing over and over again, which I have to admit, at some point, that was what was happening. Especially if you go back at the start of this channel, you will notice that there are many builds which look like which looks the same but using different blocks. And I didn't realize that until someone pointed out. And so it's very difficult to be creative, to be honest. Or if you want to have a fun idea for a video, why do you think that I don't make a survival series on my channel? Why do you think that I am making it live? Just because I know I'm not the funniest guy around. I'm not the best Minecraft player around. I'm not the best builder which is around. So I know that for me it's going to be very difficult to make a entertaining video, especially when it comes to survival series. Now, I can try, and I did. There are, I think, I didn't private it that one yet, so I think there is still a survival series on my channel, but it's just not entertaining. Um, I am not full of jokes or but well, I am, but I don't know. I just can't be that obnoxious screaming guy, you know. I just can't. And I honestly don't know. And again, I'm not going to give you names, but I don't think I need to give you a name. You can just pick a name, right? There are so many creators who just, hello everybody, dude, relax, okay? It's there is nothing exciting happening right now, so you don't need to scream at your screen, right? Hello, and then today we are going to yes, today finally is the day. Oh, okay, you know, I'm not hating on people, but please stop acting like someone you are not. And that's why I chose for live streaming, because how I talk right now, how I am right now, how I joke right now, I'm in real life the same person. And sometimes with certain creators you can distinguish, I think that's the word, or find the difference, I should say. Well, I'm sorry, there is a lot of difference between them in a video and them being in a real life situation, right? Which don't get me wrong, I get it. You have to be, show the best of yourself, right? When it comes to videos, you need to try to be funny, you need to try to entertain, but I believe that you can still do that by just being yourself, says the one with 1,000 subscribers, right? Now, I don't know. It's just, and I'm just all about honesty, right? So if I feel bad, I feel bad, and I'm not going to act like I'm not feeling bad. And I think that a lot of people do, they act like someone else, and that's my problem, to be honest. I can't act like I am very excited about playing this right now, and what I am, but I don't have to be obnoxious. I don't have to scream at my screen, or you know when I see a creeper, I don't have to act like it's the first creeper I saw in my life. Just don't. And that's why I chose for live stream, because it's easier for me to live stream and entertain. And that's because people just, they are live listening to you, they are live asking questions. There are things happening live. Eggy Kit 094. Hi. Hello, welcome. So I'm not hating on other creators, right? Or certain creators, but I hope you get what I mean by I think the word is genuine. A lot of them don't come over like genuine, and I'm not talking about Minecraft creators, right? Not only about them, I'm talking about the whole platform itself. And I think I'm lost. And I don't know why I told you all about that. Like I said, I really like to discuss. I really like to talk about things, and obviously you can have your own opinion, right? I'm not saying that what I think is the right thing and everybody else is wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I can be wrong, but that is what I think at this point of time. And again, my opinions can change as well, right? You know what they say, only a fool doesn't change his opinion. Don't be a fool. Be open for changing your mind, right? Okay, so now I'm lost. Oh god. Let's see. I'm at 372. Okay. 372. So I'm going to take a look at this screenshot at some point. And it's almost getting nighttime. Is this a cave? Oh, well, we got some coal over here. I won't take it. I don't need it yet. So let's yeah, no. Ooh, that's interesting. So No village, but we'll find it at some point. This is a netherrack, right? We got obsidian over here. Oh, I think I traveled a lot. Okay, we got some gold. Okay, and some flint and steel. Well, why not? Let's take it. A clock and a golden chest plate with unbreaking 2. I can take the obsidian, but I'm just going to leave it. So let's take this gold as well. You can make a book and quill to keep track of coordinates. Is it a... Oh, you mean just making a book and yeah, obviously, yes. That's a great one actually. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But I have a screenshot of the coordinates, so let's see. I'm going to write down the coordinate in the chat. Okay. You can still hear me, so that's good. We need to go to minus 324. And that's the X, and the Z is minus 461. Okay, so I need to go to the 300 era. Oh, we are so far away. Oh no. Oh no. Just thank you. Okay. I've traveled a lot, so I need to go this way. Okay. Here we go. I've traveled a lot. Okay, so but now we know that there is no village over there, so which is good. I can go the opposite way at some point. Let's actually open this guy up. Okay. And hopefully I can find a village while I go back. So I'm going to take a different route. Just to increase our chances to find a village. But hopefully the village is not going to be too far away. Because I want to take some villagers back with me. Let's go down here. Okay, there are a lot of sheeps. I want to have a beehive as well. And I remember that there is a beehive close to our base. And I'm going to kill some of these cows because I need the leather just to make item frames. Hello. I'm sorry. Come on. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let's go this way. I don't know why I'm going through the water. I just you know, can walk around it and be perfectly fine. We got some sand. Do I take some sand back with me? Yeah, I should. Why not? We can make windows. Glass panes, right? So let's take some of these. And I would really like to have an elytra as well. I need some gunpowder. Oh god. Okay, I have lost my shovel. It's okay. How many days pass in this world? I think there was a way to see it, right? Yeah, here. Day 37. So, which means that I think one day in Minecraft is 10 minutes. So, right? It's 10 minutes, right? So 37. So how many minutes? 370 minutes, which means it's almost equal to 6 and 6 hours, 6.5 hours of real time. I think, yeah, I think it's correct. Okay, so I think I found my bag, my base, my bag, my way bag. Yeah, 370 minutes, which means it's equal to 6 hours. A little bit over 6 hours. But there's not much time passed. Well, everyone else will have a full diamond armor by now and went to the nether, went to the end. But I'd really like to play this game a little bit slower. Just, well, honestly, because I'm not good at it. So even though I want to do it fast, I can't. And if you wonder why I take the cows, it's because I need the leather, right? That's the reason. And I'm going to change the storage room to a automatic storage room at some point. It's not going to stay manual. But I need some iron to make the hoppers. I have enough redstone. Just come on. There are a lot of cows over here. Which is good, but I really need to take one of these. Bilapani. I hope you are doing well. Yeah, thank you. I'm doing fine. How are you? I'm doing just fine. Okay. There are a lot of cows. I honestly never seen this many cows together. Well, actually, this many animals together. They normally spawn in groups, but you know, look at it. So much. That's and it's kind of addicting to kill them. Do you have a cow farm? Well, unfortunately, I don't. I have one cow waiting for a friend, but well, I can use a leash. Yeah, I could use a leash to take one of these, but it's okay. I think we can find one closer to our base. Let's see. I'm going the wrong way again. Okay, let's go this way then. This is a cave. No, it's a dead end. And I'm going to excuse me, I had to drink. Okay, so this way. A leash would be considered kidnapping. Well, technically yes, but if you think about that, that dogs have leashes as well, and for a reason, and for a good reason. Kidnapping a cow. I think in real life, you won't be able to take a cow with a leash, right? Cow is a strong animal. I think if you try to put a leash on, you know, a cow, it will kick you. And they are quick. I mean, they might be big, but they are very fast, so it will surprise you. Use wheat instead. Yeah, well, I tried to use wheat, but the thing is that the cows, there's a lot of water around my base, so it's difficult to get them. Well, I can just make a simple bridge. I think I'm just too lazy. And I should be around my base already. It should be nearby. Kidnapping a cow. I think a chicken farm. I think I'm going to make a farm for each animal. And for the cow, I'm just going to use a cow crusher, I think. I believe that's the easiest way. Yeah, we're back. So let's feed. First, let me empty my inventory. And also, let's quickly sleep. Okay, so let's put the dirt. Okay. Let's put this in here. And I'm going to put the flint and steel over here as well. Let's keep this. Let's take this back. Here we go. I think I'm going to separate the wool with this chest. So let's take this, 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 and this, and let's put it over here. And then I will put it underneath. I wish that there was a button to automatically, you know, what is it called? Just to, you know, make this look great. You think you saw a village? Then I am blind. Yeah, that's, I'm sorry. What I want to say is I wish you had a button which just ordered your inventory, right? So that you, this is just annoying to put everything separately. We got some sand and I'm going to place this here for now. Where did you saw a village? Oh, I forgot to increase the, oh no, the render distance. I should have increased it. Let's see. Oh, let me show you my cow. Here it is. Here it is. Yes, that automatically sorts it. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't came up with that word. Sorry. Okay, so we made a big well, I just don't know which way I should go. I think, yeah, we went that way, right? And we came back from there. So we went so I made a circle around this. Let's go this way maybe this time. Okay, this is done as well. Looks good. Now I'm going to wait until the storage area over here is full, and then I'm going to make a auto sorting system. I got enough redstone, but again, not enough iron to do this. So that's the whole story of this survival series. Not enough iron. Okay, we got this over here. Okay, let's take this away. Here we go. Actually, let's take all of this. And let's put it over here. Okay, we got enough feed, so let's actually feed our sheeps. Come on. Here we go. There are so many. I think I got each one. Okay. Here we go. Now, in the next episode, in the next live stream, I'm definitely going to find a village. And also, I think it's time to go to the nether just to find some quartz, because I want to make some builds with some quartz as well. But hopefully you all enjoyed this one. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Have a nice day. I see you the next time.